You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
Fish.
Dun dun dun!
He's eating fish.
Oh, I'm playing a game and whatever.
John is standing for the audio-only listeners.
I'm going to shame on every single one of these porn stars that didn't do the right thing.
Go nuts!
We're talking about micro penises. Back to
Yeah.
micro penises. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 349. I'm your host, John Danger Rowe, joined by my co-hosts.
Matt Haig.
And TJ May of Mayasar.
Yeah, everybody. Can I get your
May of
full
May
name,
SMR.
full legal names?
Yes.
Matthew Jebediah
Andrew
Haig.
Hag. Andrew Hag.
Nope, that's not it, but it's close enough.
I know what it is. I'm specifically not saying it. My middle name is Danger for real.
Yeah, you went down to the courthouse and got that changed.
Uh-huh. Yep, it's surprisingly easy.
And my first name is Thomas.
I thought you were going to say
Thomas.
Thought.
Yeah.
TJ the Thought.
T-H-O-T.
That's what TJ stands for. It's Thought J.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But what does the J stand for? The J stands for J. J-A-Y.
Have we played this game before?
No.
I mean, John knows the answer. But Matt, have we played this game before?
Probably. I forget a lot of stuff.
Cool. What does the J in my name stand for? Go ahead.
John.
No.
James. Jack.
No.
Jordan.
This is
No.
great to listen
Jonah.
No.
J. Jonah Jameson.
No.
to.
Jesus.
Jerk off.
No.
Jesus.
No.
Jessica.
Just J.
I should tell you, my middle name is very, very common.
John.
No.
Jim.
No.
James.
No.
Jeremy.
Jornold.
No.
Jimothy.
Jacariah.
All right. My middle name is William.
Damn it. So the J stands for William.
Yep.
No. My father was a lazy asshole, and he just took his name, hit copy, hit paste, and then wrote Junior at the end.
Are you sure it's not John Williams?
I'm perfectly fine with that.
Is your
It would be
middle
John
name
Williams.
William, TJ?
It is.
If I have a son, I'm naming him after you.
Only because you liked the name William beforehand.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can say that.
And because you
Okay.
Think
love
that.
Stranger Things.
Can I call him Billy J?
No.
Why not? You can call me Billy J. Technically, it works.
Look, Billy J, we'll call you whatever we want.
All right, I'm going to call you Bill Jr. from now on.
Perfect.
So, Bill Jr.
All right, do we have to do the intros over?
You can just short it to
Bill
BJ.
Jr.
It's fine.
And BJ May.
Please no. BJ May.
Oh, I didn't post this anywhere. Anyway, you keep going. You guys have something interesting to talk about.
Sorry, I'm
sure.
just on LinkedIn, just keep getting my contacts up. We gotta keep,
You were supposed to be done with that before we started the fucking podcast.
Got my network going, huh?
Indeed.com. Indeed.com. Even though it's becoming a shithole now.
Why?
What is Indeed.com?
It's
Is that a
Indeed.com.
job thing?
It's a job thing.
That
It's a
sounds
job
fun.
thing. Yeah, I like looking for jobs.
I get all my jobs on Backpage.com.
No, TJ, I was talking to you about the Nintendo Switch online membership through Twitch.
Yeah.
Through
With
Prime.
Twitch Prime, you get a year of it for free.
That's fucking crazy.
That's $20.
I know.
Get it.
I'm not gonna get it because I already have it.
Yeah, add another year.
I don't think I can
You should be able to.
because I don't know if it works with family accounts.
Oh, wait, you've got a family account too, or are you on my
I'm
family
on
account?
your family
Oh,
account.
then never mind. I
You
forgot.
added me.
I forgot. I gave you online.
Does it work with the family account?
No, it's only the $20 one. It's the individual account.
You realize you're
Boo.
confessing to crimes right now.
No,
That's
he's
not
part of my
actually
family.
true.
Criminals.
There's no restrictions. You get
No restriction. You have 8.
8.
8 people.
Yeah.
Damn,
which is enough to fill up a single
liberals and
Switch.
your alternate definitions of family.
Hey, I remember many podcasts ago when we were talking about polyamorous relationships, and you were telling me that I need to grow up. Well, TJ and I are a family. You need
Is
to
that a
accept
thing
it.
that happened? Because I don't remember that.
I don't know. I'm just assuming. I feel like it was probably more Lance that was getting yelled at.
Yeah,
about
probably.
it than me. But, I probably was backing him up a little bit, so. I'm not going to say.
Whenever I hear about polyamory, I just think, man, that sounds really stressful. Like, that's a lot of scheduling.
Probably.
I just feel like it's like difficult enough to please one woman, but 2 women? That's too many.
Not at the same time.
No,
polyamory doesn't necessarily lead to.
No. I'm just saying, like, I got to learn a whole other person. That's too much.
I think I hit copy.
Yeah, look, I learned about myself, and then I learned about one more person, and that's my limit. I'm not going to have empathy for anybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to learn anybody's wants or needs.
Yeah.
I'm 100% willing to, if my body would let me, to become, ace or aro at this point.
What's that mean?
Asexual or aromantic.
Oh,
wrong thing. I almost
all right. Well, let's change the subject.
Yes, please.
Let's talk about things that have happened. Can we talk about some fun, cool things?
Yeah.
Can I talk about veganism?
I thought you were going to talk about some fun, cool things.
This is fun and cool, man. It's what all the hip Instagram with 1.3 million followers people are doing.
Instagrams?
Do you guys see this? Do you guys hear about this? Do you guys hear about this? You see this?
No, I haven't.
All right. So this is the vegan lifestyle star, Giovanna Mendoza Ayres, Ayres. How do you pronounce that in Espanol?
Ayres.
She's from. I believe she's from Mexico.
Then Ayres.
You think so?
Iris, yeah.
I'm gonna
almost like Iris.
I'm gonna see if I'm gonna get Google to tell me how to do it.
This is the Googling song.
I would like to mention that I Googled the pronunciation of this, and the first video that came up was a pronounced names video with 14,000 views on YouTube, and it said, "This pronunciation is brought to you by." It's an ad on like a minute-long pronunciation video.
The pronunciation is an ad. Sweet.
Tell me how to pronounce it.
So, I just looked up this person you're talking about, and I see a very pretty lady posing with, like, very gross-looking food.
So, she is a 29-year-old professional social media influencer known as Rawvana.
Okay.
Because she's all about raw, plant-based, vegan. She's even more crazy than vegan. She's all about uncooked. She's literally just eating grass.
Yeah.
Just like a cow.
Well, it is, it's fine. It's not like our entire society exploded and humanity kind of just came out of their monkey form when we started using fire to get more nutrients out of food.
Mm-hmm. She's got lots of videos of her sharing vegan recipes and skincare routines on her personal website. She sells meal plans, including a 21-day raw vegan and detox and yoga challenge to help people lose weight for $50. So she just kind of travels around like the influencers do. All they do is basically vacation professionally. Although it doesn't sound like it's a fun vacation because you spend the entire time like posing for photos and dealing with all that. But you still get to do it like in Bali because she went to Bali.
And you can't eat like Pizza Hut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but. So, a couple weeks after she landed in Bali, she appeared in another YouTuber's star's video at a restaurant. The camera found her seated in front of a salad. Her arms dropped to cover the plate, but did not stop commenters from identifying distinctly not plant-based item on her plate. Fish.
Dun dun dun!
She was eating fish.
Dun dun dun!
The story of how the vegan social media star was not really a vegan has now traveled across the globe. But it also it's talking about how social media influencers can be scams and whatnot. But it also just a darker truth. The audience is not the only victim for false worlds of content. Content creators suffer these algorithm-driven systems too, forcing them to a never-ending quest for viewers, ad money, sponsorship, engagement against dwindling attention spans. I do not cry a single bit for anyone that does this because it's a job. You picked it. So you have to deal with it. I'm sorry. If you want to be an influencer, you can't complain about how hard the job is because you chose to do it. Just like how I can't bitch about how shitty my job is when I could just go to another job. You're not forced to work. Nobody's forced to work anywhere. So, I can bitch about how I chose the wrong profession to be in, But, you know, like, anyway.
I think scrolling through this feed is giving me an eating disorder.
Yeah, I know. It's
I'm
part
just
of
like,
it.
oh, fuck, everything's wrong
In
with me.
emotional apologies, she explained why she misled her fans. She had to change her diet after years of significant health problems that culminated with doctors urging her to eat more food.
Yeah.
Including protein and eggs, she said. It's in lifestyle of fitness, weight loss, and wellness she had sold to her followers. Apparently been making her ill. Because what I'm saying is eating vegan does not mean you're eating healthy.
No.
I think
You
people
can
just
eat
immediately
vegan
assume-
and be healthy, but it's really difficult.
Correct. And it's not even that. It's that some people, and this is what we're going to get into with her, is her body doesn't work with veganism. Like, it just doesn't produce, it just doesn't work. She needs more protein that you can get from vegan. And so the doctors were like, you need to eat eggs and fish, like, if you're not going to eat any other meats. You know, if
And
she
puppies.
just ate a big steak every once in a while, she'd probably be a lot better off. But, yeah, anyway. So she gave a lot of intimate details about the health problems she's had over years. I mean, like, this is the thing, is that, like, these, like, crazy vegan fasts and whatnot are insane. They're not healthy. She became a raw vegan 6 years ago, eating only uncooked plant-based foods, but started experiencing problems after a 25-day fast. Like,
Okay.
I starved myself for 25 days and I got sick. Like, yeah, no shit. Like,
It depends on what kind of fast it was, because I've heard people say fast when they really mean just like a slightly limited diet.
yeah, but it's still starving yourself.
Yeah. But if it really is just like water and juices for that long, that's fucked up.
So she stopped getting her period, and doctors found after a test that her hormones were way out of whack, and her hormones were similar to that of a woman post-menopause, even though she was in her 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
like
mean,
severe malnutrition.
yeah.
Cool.
I mean, she was literally starving herself to death.
But she looked great.
Yeah, you know, she looked great. She said she needed to gain weight, eat more protein and fat. And after she gained some weight, her hormones got a little bit better. But she basically has to eat fish and eggs now to maintain that level of healthiness. So, it's just really funny because there's this huge backlash, and it's like, well, yeah, but like, she wants to like push people to eat more plant-based diets, but also like her body literally can't do it, which sucks for her, I'm sure. But also, it's like, I don't know. It's just one thing that always bothers me. Is people think organic's healthy, vegan's healthy. It doesn't mean it's healthy. You know, like it just is. All of these different diets have different healthiness to them, and none of them are.
My diet's cigarettes and 5-hour energy drinks.
Hell yeah,
So.
dude. That's how you keep yourself living.
That's it's not working yet, but we'll slim down eventually. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, she is way too skinny. That's not healthy. So anyway, that's my little rant of that.
John's science rant.
It wasn't really a science corner.
I
but,
mean, it was
like,
about like metabolism science.
It is a little bit, yeah.
Body
Well,
science.
So an interesting thing is I saw a article, research talking about some new information about how eggs are actually unhealthy again after they had been healthy recently.
They keep changing their freaking minds on that.
It's and the interesting thing about it is that there just isn't a consensus, because metabolism and the way our body takes nutrition is so unbelievably complicated and impossible to fully understand based on the test methods that we have. Because like this study that came out, and most studies, it involves people self-reporting their eating habits, which is just so unreliable. And particularly this study that came out saying eggs were unhealthy was a type of study where they make you recount what types of food you ate over the last year. So if you could answer how many eggs did you eat last year, that's a question would be on that. You know, and you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, I have
like
no
maybe
idea.
like 4 dozen.
I go through phases.
over an
I really
entire
like the
year?
egg salad sandwiches at work.
Yeah, like anyway.
Body chemistry is just so super complicated, so
Correct.
inconsistent between people.
Well, exactly.
Let alone which ovum, which ova from which chickens are we eating?
Yeah.
You know, it's
So So one of the important things that I saw someone who was a nutritionist was talking about was like, here's the straight truth of all of this. There's no way to know what is going to be healthy for you, but the one thing that 100% of the time is healthy for you is to eat a large variety of types of food. Keep it balanced, keep it varied. Don't just eat a lot of eggs.
Yeah.
You know, shake it up every once in a while and try something else. Like eat some vegetables, eat some fruit, eat some eggs, eat some whole grains. You know, just mix it up.
Eat some whiskey.
Eat some whiskey if you
cream.
want. Eat some ice cream. Probably not too much of that, though. There's nothing really healthy about ice cream.
No, there's
other
cream.
than it makes you feel better.
And you need sugar calories. So
Matt, you should get a bookshelf. I'm just saying.
okay, you see my books in the background? That's in the plan. I get paid tomorrow,
okay.
so I'm probably...
Got it.
Those used to be all over the fucking place, so that's an
funny.
improvement.
I was like, I don't know if that's the most optimum way of storing books.
I have a
actually
bad
literally-
habit of like buying every book I hear about on a podcast and
I'm
then
the
not
same
getting
way.
around to reading any of them.
Ooh, I've stopped myself though, so now I put it on my Kindle, like books to purchase list rather than buying it.
Oh
And
yeah.
so then but then it's good because then like if a month later I'm like, what was that book? I want to read that. And then I go on my list. I'm like, oh yeah. So I'm not auto buying all of them. Although like those Kindle books are like $8. I'm like,
the
I'll
last
get around
two
to
books
reading
I
it.
actually finished were the Golden books. I Am Mr. Kirk, or I Am Kirk, and I Am Mr. Spock. They're for babies, but I
Nice.
finished them.
That's good. Yeah. So eat a lot of foods. TJ, don't eat more varied diet. TJ.
No more soda, TJ.
Yeah, no more soda.
It's gonna rot your teeth out.
I've already drank half of this 64 ounces of cranberry juice cocktail.
Oh yeah, that's basically soda.
That's basically soda.
Yeah, it is, especially because it's
The cocktail.
it says best before September 22nd.
Has it
2016.
started fermenting
Wait,
into an
two-
actual cocktail yet?
2016.
This is the botulism episode of Born in the
Oh,
80s.
you're not gonna get those things are so unbelievably sanitized. If that was sealed, there's nothing that's going to be wrong with it.
It was
other than
sealed.
Other than it might taste funky.
Yeah.
It's cranberry juice cocktail. It tastes funky even fresh.
Oh,
What
I
is
love
the
cranberry
cocktail
juice.
in that?
It's
They-
grape juice.
Yeah. Let's see.
They put other juices
So it's just
in.
like padded out cranberry juice?
yeah,
And then probably
Ingredients.
like sugar water too.
yeah.
Filtered water,
Mm-hmm.
cranberry juice, which was water and cranberry juice concentrate,
Yep.
because of course freaking Ocean Spray using concentrate.
Yep.
Cane or beet sugar, ascorbic acid, vitamin C. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Ascorbic,
Yep. Ascorbic.
Ascorbic,
You're
I
right.
think, right?
and then vegetable concentrate for color.
Oh, so
There's actually
there's no
it is-
grape juice.
no, not in this one.
It's just cranberry juice and sugar water.
Yeah,
Because if you drank straight cranberry juice, you'd die.
it is so bitter.
It is so.
I love
bitter.
it.
You got to have a little bit of sugar in there to round it out.
No.
I
think
just
if-
can't chug it. I
Yeah.
have to sip it.
So actually, one thing I like to do with like straight cranberry juice is mix it with like Diet
Vodka?
7-Up or something,
Oh yeah.
because then you get a little bit of the fake sugar to cut it down, and then the fizziness. Like cranberry spray, honestly, is really good. But like for real, with real cranberry juice.
Yeah.
Anyway. So vegans are not healthy.
No.
That's not true. Not all vegans. Hashtag not all vegans.
Hashtag not all vegans. Also,
Hashtag
like,
not all vegans. Okay.
health and weight are very different things.
That's true.
Because, like, you can get skinny by just not eating, but that doesn't mean you're healthy.
Can we talk about another news story? What happened?
Did you just start singing Beauty and the Beast?
A tale
Tale
as old as
Talking
time.
about another news story.
No, I've talked enough. Somebody else got to talk now.
Well, let me tell you about a little film I saw on YouTube this week.
Well, was it Loose Change?
No.
Was it that?
Is that on
horrible-
YouTube?
Was that horrible film that caused Benghazi to happen?
No.
Was it rubber?
No. I think
I still
that's on
wanna see Rubber.
Netflix. I saw what was the title? It was like The Making of Blue or
The story of Blue.
The story of Blue, about the 3 Italian dance musicians that made Blue from, Blue, the late 90s.
Wait, the Blue Man Group?
I'm Blue, da-ba-dee-da-bo-da, da-ba-dee-da-bo-da.
Oh, Eiffel 65.
Yeah.
Come on. Tell them by their real name.
Yeah, they weren't a real band. They were just like, okay, so what this was this Italian, like, collective of musicians that just kind of like,
oh, that's a spicy meatball.
well, they just like pumped out dance music for the local Italian dance club scene, and then if something was successful, they would try to like assemble a touring band around it. So these 3 dudes just kind of randomly threw this song together in 2 hours, and they pressed it. And they tried it at the club, and it was a complete flop. And then they had like a small release of it and completely forgot about it till they get this call later that somebody's like, yeah, I've been hearing that song a lot on the radio. And then it hits like the big radio station in Italy, and the next thing they know, they're like playing between fucking Destiny's Child and whatever other 90s band you can think of.
They're like...
Yeah, they just went from, like, absolutely nothing to just having to tour constantly. I've got a cat, like, on me right now. That's really being a pain in the ass.
You do?
Yeah, it's like a 20-minute documentary, 25-minute documentary, and it's made by Vice, so it's, like, super high quality.
Oh, so it's terrible.
Is that what Vice means?
To me, it does.
I don't know. It was really...
Let's look at what Vice Media has been up to lately.
Okay. Also...
they settled a $1.8 million settlement for paying female staffers less than male staffers.
I don't know if that impacts the quality of their documentaries.
Well, they don't have any women working there, I guess. It's all men.
Anyway, you should watch it. It's on YouTube. It's free. And it's a lot more interesting story than you'd think it is.
Weren't they like super against unionizing as well?
Probably.
Anyway.
I don't read the news.
Yeah, anyway, Vice is awful. And they have their Republican commentator guy works for the Trump campaign as well, so it's all good. A real stand-up organization.
So that's my review of the story of Blue.
Sorry, I went hard on Vice.
Yeah, you kind of ruined that for me.
I'm sorry, but everyone needs to know how bad Vice is.
But they make a heck of a free music documentary.
Yeah, I'm sure it's really good. I'm really interested actually because it seems like a completely different world than I could even imagine.
It was just
working
like
clubs in Italy, like.
Yeah, and it was like none of these people had any like hopes that they would reach a global audience. They were just like, this is the local scene that we have a niche in. Yeah. This is the best an Italian dance musician can hope for. Mm-hmm. And then shit happened.
Yeah.
And they were talking about when they came on an American tour. This was like before dance music festivals were a thing in America at all. It was just a weird time. Think about like pop pre like EDM, pre that like electronica explosion.
Yeah, it was like pop in like the 2000s was electronics, and now pop is rap.
Yeah,
it's like changed.
So all pop in the 2000s was like 170 beats per minute, and if you go back before that, it was more like a peppy 130.
Yeah, it was a lot of like acoustic, like pseudo singer songwriter stuff.
Yeah, and
boy bands.
I was just talking about boy bands at my work today.
Why?
Because we randomly started talking about Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, yeah, so randomly.
Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Yeah, I'm like, Mark, don't call me Marky Wahlberg. That's what I named him when he was in Planet of the Apes.
Do you know what I named him? Mark, that guy who beat up and almost killed that homeless guy.
I knew it.
Yep.
I knew you were going to bring that up.
Hey, I'm sorry. He did, though.
Yes.
He doesn't get to just like get away with that.
But in the music scene, his brother was more popular because of the New Kids on the Block, Donnie Wahlberg.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking about boy bands, before the age of boy bands, late 90s, early 2000s. But boy bands in general have been around for a while. If you want to go way back, we got Jackson 5. If you want to go even further back, early Beatles could even be considered a boy band.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They just happen to play their instruments.
Yeah, but they were definitely that, like, manufactured. Here, we've got this group of young, good-looking chaps. Let's hand them a pre-written song and just put them out on stage.
Except for a fuck this drummer, we're gonna replace him.
Yeah,
Pete Best can fuck it.
yeah, fuck it, fuck you, Pete Best. You were really shitty as the Jar Jar Binks.
Wait, was Pete Best Jar Jar Binks?
No, but Ahmed Best was.
Oh, sorry, John. This is our music cast, so I apologize.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
this is our stinger for the music cast.
Thank you. You need to get the other part from that song. They're like going like it's like really bad.
I mean, I
What
have
do
the
you
whole
call
song.
that?
I could look
That's
for
like
it.
that's like scatting, is what that is.
I
Like
don't.
that's what he's doing.
Was he scatting? I don't remember that
that's
part of the
scatting.
song.
It's called corn scatting. Just look it up. Also, don't look that up.
Except for that wasn't corn.
Yeah, that's
That's
System
Disturbed.
of a Down. Wait, was
Oh.
it?
God damn it! It's Disturbed.
No, it's Puddle of Mud.
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, it's definitely Limp Bizkit. I think it might be The Offspring.
What?
It's Alice in Chains.
It's Alice Cooper.
Allison Chains. Her name is Allison Chains.
Alice in Chains was my high school crush.
It's okay. I've posted the corn scatting montage on our Discord, which you can get at where? YOLO420.com /
Born in the 80s. All
Yeah.
lowercase.
Here's a little preview. For, you guys won't be able to hear
You
it.
ready, you fucking middle guy?
Mostly while high on meth. Oh, all right. Good job.
Man,
I mean, it makes
All right.
sense.
we should get some meth.
Should I talk about... Yeah,
I like
yeah, I
that.
should.
I
I
like
get
the
so much
slow-
done.
I've already got...
I need to
following-
clean the bathroom. Give me some meth.
Yep.
I'll get to it.
Should I talk about some current events in my life or some current events in anime?
I want to know some current events in your life, TJ.
I want to hear about your speed
I've got
run.
a current event in my life.
Okay.
We can get to it after yours.
So, Matt wants to hear about my failed speed run.
Okay.
Failures are just victories we haven't had yet, TJ.
Hey, I watched a documentary called The Inventor, and it was a documentary about Theranos, and they quoted Thomas Edison, who he said, "Failure. It's not a failure. You've just discovered another way not to do it correctly."
Also, steal from your competitors. That's the other
that,
part of
yeah.
that quote.
Do that part too.
Yes.
And murder an elephant.
All right. So, I've been almost since the inception of my Twitch channel playing Rhythm Heaven Fever. I mean, not the only game I've been playing, but it's a rhythm game for the Wii, made by Nintendo R&D 2, I think. It's one of their core teams. But anywho, so I've been playing it so long, and I know the soundtrack so well. I have been playing it blindfolded for years, usually casually. Usually I'll play it play a song blindfolded, look at the chat, play a song blindfolded, look at the chat.
Yeah.
So I checked on speedruns.net, or whatever the name of the website is.
Yep.
And the Rhythm Heaven Fever whole set of speedruns is operated by friend of the podcast, Tawak. I don't know his real name, but he's Canadian.
Canadian.
Yeah, he's from the real world.
He's like Ewan.
He's like Ewan. So I asked him because I didn't think it was super clear about how the rules of a blindfolded speedrun are supposed to go, whether I can skip the tutorial before putting on the blindfold, or skip the tutorial, or have to skip the tutorial, and that's part of my run. So he says, no, the run starting from a new game. You put the blindfold down, and you hit the button, and you start it. And the blindfold does not come up while you do this run. Now, I want to do this on Twitch, and part of why I Twitch is not because of, I'm playing a game and whatever. It's not just that. I like to interact with the people who watch me. It's hugely important. So, being blindfolded, I kind of want to know what's in the chat, and I can't see it. So I had two solutions for that. One would be have one of you guys just feeding me comments, and I'm usually doing these streams way too late at night.
Yeah.
I don't want you to do that.
You should start at like 11:30 at night.
So I did a search, and that one I started at like 11:50 at night. I did a search for how to get my Twitch chat to convert it to voice, and I found this website called speechchat.com, I believe.
Okay.
I just did a Google search for speech chat. You have to link a Google account first before even using it, and then I linked my Twitch account. And anytime someone types in and types something in the chat,
So I can just type the N-word a bunch and it will say it.
you can.
But
I
would
can
chat block that?
I'm just assuming that's what people would do.
probably, and hopefully if I get bigger, I won't. But if that ever happens, I'll have the tools to fight that, whether it's auto mod or whatnot. But regardless, so I had people talking to me in chat, and I was able to respond to them as I was playing.
Nice.
I don't
Did
think
you hear my chat?
I did.
My
I
dog
did.
had diarrhea.
Yes, I heard that.
She did it again. She's sick.
So I was having that happen, and I was really focusing on just, trying to beat my games.
Yeah.
Now, the blindfolded speedrun requires that you get a superb rating, also known as a medal. So it's an all medals run. So you have to wait for the results screen and listen for the bitty or whatever sound it makes when you get a medal. And as I was playing through, I had levels I missed, so I had to go back to it, which is really hard to menu when you can't see what you're doing. I had levels I failed multiple times on. It was getting very frustrating at times, and I almost quit probably about 4 times. As I got through some of the harder ones, I was getting to the last run. I'm like, this is the last level. I'm just going to do it and be done. A couple times, like mid-game, I'd asked the chat, hey, if you guys could see, does it say that I have, do all the things have a little medal icon on them? And I was getting yeses for the most part, but I'm also trying to do it kind of fast. For me, this speedrun was just, I wanted to get it done and get it done
just
right.
get like a baseline.
So I get to the end, and it wasn't the best time. I mean, I wasn't trying to get number 1, which is like a minute 50 something. I was about 2:17, pulled the blindfold off. I see the time. I made sure it stopped. I looked at my TV screen. Now, this game has 59 minigames.
Oh, not nice.
I had 49 medals.
Oh, you missed 10 medals?
Missed 1.
Oh.
It has 50 minigames.
Oh.
I got 49 medals. I missed one like really early game when I was trying to pay attention to the chat in between levels.
Oh no.
This is your problem. But hey,
I had fun.
Try again.
Yep. It is really, really disorienting though to be blindfolded and aware for 2 hours.
Yeah. That's like a long, like, I was like thinking about what would I want to do for a speed run, and I'm like, I don't think I want to do anything that takes more than like an hour.
Yeah.
Like an hour, maybe 2 hours tops. And I couldn't even imagine doing 2 hours blindfolded.
You should do a blindfolded Tetris speedrun.
They actually do those. So
really, do the blocks come in like a set order?
No. I forget how it works.
Blindfolded speedrun to game over.
Well, they don't do that.
quick drop.
They don't do blindfolded. But I believe on Tetris the Grandmasters,
Oh yes, there is
an invisible blocks mode.
Yeah,
But you can kind of tell where they are.
Oh, okay.
yeah. You get a little bit of like you see your
can
block as it lands, and it kind of get a shape for a second.
Yes.
But all the blocks that are there
are invisible.
Are
So you have
invisible.
to memorize where the blocks went, basically. So it's not blindfolded, but
okay.
it's like...
And it's also a nearly fast drop mode, I think, too, for that.
Yes, it is. And it's actually even worse than that. So the whole Tetris speedrunning community is incredible, especially the Grandmaster Tetris games. Like
I think it's a speedrun and more like top score.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I mean, they go really fast. But so yeah, but it's more of a score community. But so to be a Grandmaster is really difficult, I guess, because it tracks your score on like the machine basically. And you have to like, and you have like a card you put in to like, it's like, you know, a Japanese arcade thing. So you like can like keep your levels. And so you have to like get like the level right below Grandmaster a certain amount of times. And then you're allowed to do a run to achieve Grandmaster status. There's like 3 Grandmasters in the world. I think at one of the Awesome Game or Summer Games Done Quick, they had a guy who was eligible to attempt it, and I don't think he got it. But the worst part about it is that you have to run through the whole game, which is super difficult. And then to get Grandmaster, you also have to like perfect complete the invisible block challenge, which happens during the credits. So it's just like this gauntlet of the most horrendous Tetris. And it's not even that, like, he completed it without, you know, any issues, but it's not how you complete it, it's how quick you complete it. And it's not how quick you complete it, it's how consistent you can get points. So you can't just like do really well at the end and be fine. You have to be constantly like getting score at a certain like points per second, you know, to like keep the, it's just insane. It's like basically impossible. You have to like be doing consistently well for like the entire like 25 minutes that it is, like without messing up. So yeah. And he didn't get it, I don't think, but he got really close.
Well, sucks to be that guy.
It does. But no, I wouldn't do Tetris speedrun. I don't know. I was looking at a game that I could obviously speedrun, and I decided that I definitely would want to do a Game Boy game because I think that's my favorite console.
Otherwise, look up the Mario Odyssey strats because I heard that's a lot of fun.
I want to do a Game Boy game because I love Game Boys, and I was like thinking, what can I do? I was like, oh yeah, Kirby's Dream Land. That game takes like 10 minutes to complete, and I definitely can finish the whole thing in one sitting.
Yeah.
Like, without even like trying, because I played it so much as a kid, and it's not very difficult. So I could at least get on the board. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me talk about my life, and not about dog pooping.
Let's talk
Okay.
about your dog's poop.
Get that corn scatting montage ready. That's not corn.
Close enough.
That's get down with the sickness.
That's no, I think that's the Arctic monkeys.
Ah, yes. That's what monkeys sound like.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a on the way out to play my Pathfinder game that I play with my friends, and my wife called me. Her car wouldn't start, and so I was like, all right, get it towed. And they tried to like jump start it, but it wouldn't work. And so then a tow truck came out and they towed it to our house. And in the morning they picked it up and took it to a car mechanic, and they were like, all right, this there's no compression in the engine.
Now,
what does that mean?
Now an engine needs compression, right?
That's true. The compression is what allows an engine to work. Because it is the pressure that happens when the pistons move. And so if there's no pressure, then there isn't any energy going on, basically. So something was wrong. All the things were working, all the other parts, the alternator, everything. But so they assumed that the timing chain inside the engine was probably broken. They say they assume because they did not pay the $1,700 for them to open it up and fix it.
Yeah, you don't want them to completely rebuild an engine.
Yeah, on a car that has 150,000 miles on it and is from 2007. That's worth like $2,000 maybe. on a good day. So that car was going away forever. So I'm car shopping this weekend.
You gonna get one of those Teslas?
I don't have the money to buy a Tesla. So
That doesn't stop anybody.
well,
You've got a house now, so you could install a charging port.
I could actually install a charging port, but I'm not going to because I'm not going to buy a vehicle in which I can't use for long distance travel.
I think you should get Tesla.
So anyway, we're looking at lots of cars. We don't know what to get. Something for around 15,000, like a good, steady, lowish miles car that I can fit into and drive if I needed to. So if we take on a car trip, we can take turns. So that'll be difficult because I'm a little bit bigger than my wife. You guys have cars that are good? TJ, what do you drive? A minivan?
I've got that, and I have the Hyundai Elantra, and that one I just had to replace the brakes and rotors recently.
I got to do that on my car.
It's not super excited. It was expensive.
It's not
with
that
that
bad,
and some filters, I ended up paying $533.
Yeah, I got to get my brakes replaced on my Ford Escape, which is older than my wife's car, but it's still running. But it only has 120,000 miles on it, so it's probably got another, hopefully, 2 or 3 years left before I need to worry about it. So we're going to hope to get the one car paid off before mine dies. And I don't know what we're going to get. Kia Optima we're looking at. Honda Fit, maybe. Maybe I'll fit in that. I don't know. Some of those little cars have some good... The hatchbacks have a little bit more room because they're not so low. I don't know. Matt, why do you have a car that's older than the legal drinking age and still runs?
How
old is your car?
I don't anymore. My car is, I think it was 2005-ish or possibly 2003.
Wait, it's a Sunfire?
Yeah.
They still made those in 2003?
It was. I think it's from whatever the last year was.
Okay. So I was like, Pontiac didn't last too far into the 2000s.
Nope.
I think they went away in like 2005 or 2006. Mine was a 96 Sunfire.
My car has two. It had two mufflers.
Now it's just one
because I guess it was trying to look sporty.
Yeah.
But one rusted out and fell off, and I took it in to get repaired, and the guy was just like, you only have one exhaust. This second muffler is just kind of unnecessary. So they just capped it off.
Yeah.
And now I've got a muffler in it. Like, cause
I've actually seen multiple Sunfires with one, like it has like two little slots where your tailpipes could come out.
Yeah.
There's just one tailpipe.
Because actual performance cars will have a dual exhaust.
Yeah.
But that's like a full system. Like,
yeah.
This was just like there's a little fork in the pipe, and then it went off into two mufflers.
They're like, yeah, you just need one.
But it looks so fast.
Yeah.
And then I recently had to get my my alternator replaced for the second time in like less than 6 months because I guess the one I got was defective.
Good.
Yay!
Good. And that's another reason why we didn't have the car fixed, because they were like, well, we could do that, and if we have a problem, then we could get a rebuilt engine for like $2,500. But then that one's probably already got over 100,000 miles on it, so you're really just trading it out for it's not worth it. So yay, we're gonna own a car. Now you get to go car shopping.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, I looked up those webs. Have you heard of Carvana? I wanted to do that, but it seems impossible. So Carvana is used car vending machines. Have you heard of this?
I've seen.
Yes, they've got them in like some states. They got like one in Texas. There's one in Indiana, I think is the closest one. Northern Indiana. So like the idea is that they just have a bunch of cars in like this huge warehouse. And then they only stock the most like likely to sell types of cars. So cars that are like 4 to 5 years old at the most, have less than like 80,000 miles on them, and they're like the more popular models, and then they all get inspected. So they're like basically like certified pre-owned ones. They don't accept any cars that have been in accidents. So it's like already pre-vetted. And then they're super cheap compared to like dealers because there's no dealership fees. It's all this. And so like literally what you do is you like just pick a car on the website and then you show up and then you drive away with the car. Like that's what you do.
No hassle. Love it.
I wish I could do that, but since we live outside of the delivery range, which is 100 miles, because they'll deliver it to you for free if you're within 100 miles, that would be $400 to have a car delivered. And it's just not worth it. Unless it's cheaper than buying one from the store, actually. I mean, that's the thing. We'll have to look at the prices at the dealerships that we go to. And
Do you get a giant coin to put into a machine to get
I
a car
wish. I think I saw someone talking about that. Yeah, they say vending
That's what
machine,
the
but
website looks like.
it's not really a vending machine. I think it's just they have these like innovatively built warehouses where they can like stack cars in like rows, and so they can like pick them
Yeah.
That's
for
cool.
you. So they doesn't take up like an entire like surface lot of cars. Yeah, so you can just like look up cars. I don't know. It's just a mess. Like it just sucks. It's like buying a fucking wedding ring all over again. It's all these like things you gotta look up and know about buying used cars, and you want to get a good deal, so you gotta shop around. It's just a fucking nightmare again.
You got to go on
I
like a Sunday when the lot's closed to look
Yeah.
without being bothered.
Well, actually, we're lucky because we're close to the end of the week, or the end of the month. And so a lot of dealerships will have monthly sales quotas. So usually you can get better deals than the last 3 or 4 days of the month because they're willing to take cuts so that they can hit their like number of cars sold quota.
You should get a Volkswagen. They're trying to give those away now. They're like, we're
No.
sorry. They're still
Aren't
like,
they
we promise not to fuck up again. Please buy our stuff.
No, we're buying a Kia or a Honda or a Toyota.
Or a Subaru.
Or a Subaru. Anything that has good
You've got a
reliability.
dog now, so you have to get a Subaru.
You know what's crazy? Like Kias used to be thought of as like really shitty cheap cars, and now they're like in the top like 5 reliable car companies.
Oh,
for,
really?
like, reliability.
The thing
Yeah.
I always heard about Kias when they first came to Wisconsin was that they were just a pain in the ass to repair. Like, because they had, at least at the time, they had like some kind of big plastic plate over the engine that you had to remove to access anything.
A lot of cars have that now. I think Hondas have those.
Really?
Like, but no, it's just kind of one of those things that they like I think around like 2014, 2015ish, they really like kind of pushed like their manufacturing a lot to try and like kind of move up from like the idea of being like the budget car brand to being like, hey, this is like cheaper than Japanese cars, but like almost as reliable. So I was like, oh, okay, I dig that because you pay a premium to get a Honda or a Toyota. But
Yeah.
they like one of my coworkers was talking about they got a Toyota Avalon in 2009. They put 180,000 miles on it, and they've had 0 repairs other than basic things like brakes and stuff. Like, it's just like, how can you build a car that doesn't like have like, I'm so used to buying American cars that's like every like 2 or 3 years I'm gonna have to put like $2,500 into it because like the fucking alternator will break, you know what I mean, or like a muffler will fall off.
But it's so
It's just
loud and powerful.
Yeah.
Put some testicles on your car.
So I'm tired. I'm not buying an American car ever again.
When I
Unless
get
it's
a new
Tesla.
car, I want to try and get like a used Prius or something, like some kind of hybrid, just because I hate buying gas. Like, it makes me angry that I'm buying something that's literally
I
going
agree.
to light on fire.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. Here's some good news. The Toyota Priuses is Consumer Reports' #1 car. They have.
Is it like a specific year or just in general?
In a year? If you look at the reliability ratings and customer satisfaction, it's literally going back to like 2011. They're all just like, these are great.
Nice. I'm
They
gonna
have
get
no
a 2011
problems.
Prius.
They work. Like, people put like 200,000 miles on them. Like, it's just crazy that you could design an engine that doesn't fall apart after 150,000 miles.
Yeah,
Just like every
I
American car.
borrowed somebody's Prius once, and then I was like, when I was bringing him back, I was like, well, I can't fill the gas tank up, but I'll just put a couple bucks in, and then it stopped at like $10, and the tank was full.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I guess I did fill the tank.
Yeah, you get like 40 miles per gallon in those. Like, it'd be
And if
nice.
you stay under a certain miles per hour, you can sneak up on people.
You know what's really funny about the car industry right now is that like so many car manufacturers are like dropping sedans and things and just building more SUVs because those are popular again because gas got cheap again. And now it's like going to go back up, and everyone's going to be like, "Oh shit, I need an economical car again." So
yeah, and then the big gas guzzlers will be on the secondhand market, and then that'll go to people that have less money, and then they'll be fucked because they have to pay more for gas. Oh man, the market's great. It's a good thing it handles everything.
Yeah, you know, it's what I like, a free economic hand.
The invisible
Obviously,
hand.
Nothing will happen wrong, you know, because...
The invisible ham.
Yeah,
God.
The invisible ham.
I want an
Our
invisible
co-host.
ham sandwich right now.
I want a visible ham sandwich. I'm just going to think about ham for a little while.
I just ate an invisible ham sandwich. So yeah, so looking for a fucking car. But hey, you know what's a great place that we're going to look into? CarMax. Have you heard of CarMax?
I got my car through CarMax.
I'm probably going to do that because they are also a no hassle, no haggle.
Yeah.
They just give you a price, and it's usually very fair, and it's usually and then they also only accept cars that have good like history reports with no issues. So yeah, I see that there is one Kia Optima in town. So we're going to go to another dealership on the east side here and see if I can fit in it and then shop around for the best price for what we want in color and model. And
fit.
cars are so expensive.
Yeah, they're really dumb.
I was looking at like the car payments. Well, and the crazy thing is, and I don't want to, I don't want to like shame TJ. I don't know what kind of car loans you took. Did you take the long car loans?
5 years.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Because the other one we paid, well, the minivan, we paid the last payments because it was originally bought by her mother.
Yeah.
So we just made the last payments, and then the car's ours now.
Nice.
So we own that car.
Yep.
And then, but no, we have a car loan. The other one, we're going to finish paying it off middle of next year.
Nice. You have 2 cars and no car payments.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. I've been loving not having car payments for the last like 6 years. And I was doing the thing that you shouldn't be doing, or what you should be doing, as what I've read, is if you finish paying off your car, continue paying the amount you're paying each month in car payments into a savings account, so that when you do need a new car, you already have paid for most of it. So maybe we'll try and work on that in the future, but it's so much easier to say to save money than it is to actually save it. So
Yep.
Yeah,
because all
plus
these
there's like all
video
kinds
games
of
come
cool
out.
shit you can buy.
Yeah, I want to buy all these video games. So
Or just play an old video game like I'm doing right now.
I know this is stop, TJ. Come on, we're on a podcast. But like,
Playing Super Off-Road.
stop. But we play. But like, I was thinking about this. I was like, my Steam backlog. I have like 700 Steam games.
Oh yeah,
Like, I
just
really
from
need
the
to not
free
buy.
shit that I get from
I
like
know.
various launchers. I have so many games,
Yeah, like,
but not the
I'm
ones
not
I
going to.
want.
I know it's because it's the gaming zeitgeist. You want to be playing the thing that's like everyone's talking about.
Yeah, that's why I
So-
only play Fortnite.
God, Fortnite's still killing Apex Legends on viewers. I think that threat has passed.
Yeah, I guess
I-
they'll just have to settle for being like the 4th most played game on all
Yeah.
of Twitch.
Well, they're always like in the top 5 games on Twitch, so it's still a very popular game. But it's just like Fortnite's like number 1 or number 2.
Yeah, Fortnite's
Grand
number
Theft Auto
2
5.
right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Apex Legends is 7th. Grand
But
Theft
wait, are
Auto
some
is
of
the
those things-
1st.
Yeah, GTA is really fun, like online.
And why is Uno number 3?
Because Ninja's playing it right
I
now.
was about to say there's probably a
is it
huge
just-
streamer playing
okay.
it. Yeah, that-
Ninja's playing it with Tim the Tapman and who else?
Wow.
Courage JD and basically I Do Work.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
the Tim guy has 50k viewers, Ninja has 40k, and then the next one has like 8k.
And he's really dropped down celebrity status there. He's playing. He was playing with Drake, I think, Fortnite. Now it's
Yep.
some random Twitch streamers he's playing with. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's
here.
just like that Blue documentary.
That's okay. Oh my god, did we even talk about Ninja's like Apex Legends thing?
he got $1
No,
million
you just posted
promoted?
about it in the Discord.
Yeah, he got paid $1 million to stream Apex Legends for like 2 days, right when it launched.
Fucking insane.
It's insane, and it actually blows my mind as to why. And people were like, "Well, cheaper than a marketing budget." I'm like, "It isn't though, because they had a traditional marketing budget. They had a commercial during like I think it was a playoff game or something. I remember what sport it was. It was like a big Sunday night like event, or maybe it was during like the Oscars or something. I don't know. They had like a big commercial like thing that was during a sporting event that everyone was watching. So it was like, it's not like they didn't spend money on advertising, but they were like, let's give one person $1 million to play a game for 2 nights. And it's one of those things that the problem with like the way marketing works is that there's no way you can like prove what you did worked.
No.
You know,
But
just like,
somebody
hey, the
believed
game's
that would be worth it enough to like get it
$1 million.
approved.
There's no way it could have been worth that. They could have paid like 50 people, you know, what, $20,000 to do that?
Do you think $1 million was their first offer, or did he have to haggle them up to that?
I know, like, it's just insane. Like, but that's the pull. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure they got lots of people to install that game because of that. But, like, was it worth $1 million? I mean, it's EA, so they have money to throw around. But, and I mean, congrats on this guy for fucking making more than what most people in America make in a lifetime for one night. Like, it's kind of insane. Like the problem I think I have with a lot of the gaming, especially Twitch, is that it is so top heavy with content creators. Like,
yeah. Well, it's the same thing on like YouTube too.
That's not necessarily true though. Like, I watch a lot of YouTubers that have probably like, you know, like 100,000 views a video, you know?
Yeah,
like,
I suppose, but then
like,
you're relying on word of mouth completely.
Yeah,
like
there's like a
when it comes
mid-tier.
to the search results and the suggestion engine, like that's very heavily weighted to established channels. It's hard to break into that.
It is. It really is. And like a lot of those, like I think one of those channels I was talking about, they're like, oh man, we got put on the main page of the new and trending one day, and that video got like 3 million views because of that. Like,
Yeah. Like the
It's
band Pomplamoose, they like arguably the reason that they became as popular as they were was because they did a Single Ladies cover that went up the day that Kanye West did his like freak out at the Grammys. So everybody went on YouTube and searched for Single Ladies, and that's like the biggest streaming day of their whole career still. And then that ends up spawning like fucking Patreon and stuff just from that one random happenstance.
I mean, like, not to defend Kanye West too much, but I mean, Beyonce's song was infinitely better than Taylor Swift's song.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
I mean,
it always
he was not wrong.
I'm Queen Bey
But
all the way.
Thank you for saying that in the worst way possible,
And you know what Beyonce hasn't done, as far as we know?
Matt.
Drugged a bunch of people and stole their money. Because that's what Cardi B did.
Oh, well, that was back when she was... Look, she was hustling back in the day,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, you can't... She said she isn't proud of doing that.
Oh, that makes everything... No, but it will be interesting to see if that, like, has an impact. Because, like, to some degree, the music industry is, like... People want you to have, like, a record, right? They want you to be, like,
edgy,
rough and on the streets and stuff.
Yeah. For sure. Guys, did you guys hear about this? You know about this? Did you hear about this thing called March Madness?
Is that,
In March?
No, I got some really annoying emails at work with, like, a really bright green background.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what March Madness is.
Wait a minute. Have you guys heard about this, though? It's Mueller time. T-shirt.
Oh.
Is it?
I just
Oh.
want to get a T-shirt that says "It's Mueller time" on it.
Okay. Is it pronounced Mueller?
Yeah.
So,
John.
first
Mueller
of all,
time.
You pleb.
First of all, I'll keep this super simple.
Okay.
There are documents that exist that are basically, what would be at my work called a like an annual assessment.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Yep.
Now, currently, these are an annual assessment of some guy who happens to be called the president. And there are millions of people that are technically his boss that doesn't get access to his progress report.
No, but we got that 4-page summary.
I don't want a 4-page summary.
Look, it's only
4-page
like
summary of a
300 pages.
300-page
If you can't
document?
summarize that in 4 pages, who cares? You know? It's like I got Twitter to watch. I gotta
here's
go see some TikToks.
Here's a hot take. The Mueller report has more pages in it than what George R. R. Martin got done in the next Game of Thrones book.
Oh.
What up?
Hey-oh.
Take that. And he did it in less time, even though it felt like it took forever.
I just
So now-
love that everybody that's like on both sides, like, well, the one side they're like, oh, thank God that's over, and the other side was like, I can't believe that's over. But it's not over. It's gonna go on for at least another
Forever.
couple of years.
Yeah.
The fight over who gets to see what, and like
I
then
wanna see it.
and let's say they release
I
everything.
want the P tape, god damn it. I was promised a P tape.
If
I
in a
need the
world
P-tape.
where like classified information didn't exist and everything got released, then we'd all be arguing about the interpretation of the thing. It's like
okay.
it's never.
Oh,
gonna
we
fucking
already
end.
do. We already do. It's called the Constitution.
Yeah.
I'm excited to get to see Robert Kraft get his ding dong pulled on.
I mean, it doesn't help that I was-
because Matt, in Florida, it is the law
sunshine
that
laws.
that all criminal proceedings are released to the public, including all evidence, because they're like, hey, everybody should have access to the evidence.
Yep.
And they said modesty is not a reason to not publicly release, or the fact that you would be embarrassed that it was released doesn't mean that it shouldn't be released. It should be publicly available.
I'm
because-
waiting to see who else is caught up in that, because like there was the teaser that he's not the biggest fish.
Which is crazy, because he's a pretty big fish. He's a billionaire who owns a NFL franchise.
I bet it's
I mean-
Jeff Bezos.
It could. I mean, it's probably Donald Trump, to be honest. He had that lady who owned it at his club and
Yeah,
stuff.
she
like
in the since 2016
There's a
she
link
became a
there.
really big Republican donor. for
there's
some
no
reason.
way. There's no way though. There's no way that guy goes to a place. I mean, he's like such a germaphobe that he's not. It would have to be like.
Oh,
at a
Trump
different-
is?
Yeah, it would be like probably privately done in his like mansion, not actually at the like dingy strip mall place. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Could
probably
you pick
some
up
sort
some
of
McDonald's on the way?
I mean, got to give the guy credit. McDonald's does hit the spot every once in a while.
It is
Yeah,
the
I had
food
some
of
French
America.
fries the other day. They were very good.
I try to avoid the fries. Not that they're bad. It's
They're
just
so
not my thing.
good.
I know. I
There's
get it.
Oh.
I guess there's a chemical in French fry oil at McDonald's that may have some hair regrowing properties. Yeah. So I
you're
don't know if
supposed
it's
to
all McDonald's or strictly like Japan, but in Japan they were testing the oil on rats, and it caused some of them to like regrow hair. Like they were just testing this additive. Yeah.
No
They were
wonder I'm
testing
such a
this
hairy
like
asshole.
this additive that just to like make sure it didn't like cause immediate cancer or whatever, and it caused some mice
Yeah.
to regrow hair.
Oh, good. No, I bring up March Madness because I get my coworkers roll their eyes at me every year, and they're like, "Hey, you watch like college basketball?" And I always say the same thing: is I don't watch college sports because the players aren't getting paid.
No.
That's literally what I say every year, and they're like, "Ugh," and I'm like, "Yeah, well, I mean, you pay the players, I'll watch, but these guys are getting." I'll watch them when they're professionals.
Yeah, you can either
then-
pay the
Yeah.
players or not pay the schools and teams.
Yeah,
But like
Or
the
use
fact that they're making
or
so
use
much
all
money.
use all of the money that they get from the advertising networks to go fund school programs and not just fucking fund their board of directors and coaches' pockets. Like, it's
Yeah.
bullshit.
Fuck you, sports.
Anyway, I could talk for hours and hours about the exploitation of college students.
Yeah.
And how it's like many people have, I believe, a famous, maybe I can't remember who it was, a famous writer,
Jeremy Renner.
College sports is the new plantation. Like,
Yeah. It's horrible, especially in the big two sports, basketball and football.
Yeah. Basketball less so, because basketball they only have to play 1 year and then they can go pro. But in football, everyone's pretty much expected to play 4 years and hopefully not get horribly injured in those 4 years and be able to play.
And typically between school, training, practice, weightlifting, all that stuff, you're talking 80, 90-hour weeks.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, just watch any real sports from HBO documentary on college students. I think actually LeBron James is putting out a documentary with real sports talking about college sports and how insanely impossible it is for these kids to like even get to classes.
And the only hope is that they do get pro. That's the only hope is that they do get pro.
Because you're not taking any classes that degree that you're getting for like 90% of those kids is useless. Because you ask them and they're like, I'm not interested. I mean, I go to my classes, I get a degree, I get good enough grades to stay on the team. But, like, my focus is playing sports, like, number one. The classes come second. And that's just what they can say to kid themselves into thinking that they've served these kids.
Yeah, like, every once in a while you get the rare person that's, like, a professional football player and, like, a PhD, but that is incredibly difficult and doesn't happen.
The Bucks player, Malcolm Brogdon, who... was getting his master's degree at the school and then also played on the basketball team and got drafted.
That to me is crazy because I barely got a degree.
You let alone played full-time basketball and got a master's degree. I don't even remember what he has a master's degree in. But like he was like legitimately like there for school. They call him the president. That's his nickname because he's going to be president someday. So I guess he's pretty smart.
I'd vote for him.
Speaking
of sports, I have some sports news.
He hurt his foot, though, so.
Here's beep, 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 beep. Latest breaking sports news. Turns out Shaq is joining the board of Papa John's Pizza.
Master's degree in public policy. That's it. So,
so it is like degree. Fucking politics.
Yeah, he literally probably is going to go into politics when he's done. So anyway,
we on this podcast have a long record of both standing and kneeling. So, the fact that Shaq just joined the Papa John's board of directors, John is standing for the audio-only listeners. Hold on, let me play the national anthem. This would be a lot funnier if I could find it faster. Yeah, I don't know. Just pretend I played something funny like this.
I'm now kneeling. Can you please play the down with the sickness sting?
How
do you not have these queued up, Matt? Thank you. All right, I gotta get off kneeling.
Can you stand and kneel at the same time?
If only.
Oh, on one of those like kneel chairs with the wheel?
Yes.
Yeah, like when you sprain your ankle and you have a little scooter that you kneel on.
I want two of those things.
Actually, I think that literally is standing and kneeling at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've solved it. Make all the players sit on those rolly chairs or kneel on those rolly chairs, and then they're both standing and kneeling at the same time.
Yep. I kneel.
I solved racism.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Also, it turns out that Shaq is like really big into investing in restaurants.
Yeah, he owns a lot. He buys a lot of franchises of things. He is very much like a business guy now.
I want to buy a restaurant so I can eat their food.
Yeah. There was I just heard recently that one of his former teammates said that he once had a 7-course steak dinner before a game.
This is great.
Shaq's such a legend.
And then you see this Papa John's promo picture, and his hands are fucking giant. He's holding a basketball, and it looks like a tennis ball.
Oh my god! Do you guys remember when he was in that movie where he was a genie?
Yes, that's the right one. That's
Kazam.
the right thing.
Kazam.
Shazam.
No, Shazam.
Oh, that's the Sinbad one.
That's the Sinbad one.
No,
He's
what's
in the
the guy?
Sinbad
What's
one.
the one with the guy from Chuck?
Guy Fieri?
Yeah.
First kid.
First
No,
kid.
big but superhero.
Shazam.
Yep. Shaq was in that too. Do you think Shaq's going to be in the new
Shazam?
Space Jam?
As Kazam?
Oh man, if they got who's the other dude from that fucking Mandela Effect thing? The comedian Sinbad.
Nelson Mandela.
If they got
Oh.
Sinbad to do a cameo in Shazam, I would be very happy. But I feel like I would have heard about it by now if it happened.
Well, is it out?
I think it came out the last weekend.
I've
Or
been
that
seeing
might have
ads on
been-
Twitter.
That, maybe that was a limited release. I don't remember.
Maybe.
You gonna go see the Dumbo, Matt?
No, it looks horrible.
I've
Oh
heard it's
no,
not-
Shazam
heard it's
doesn't come
not
out until the
awful.
5th, so next Friday.
There are 4 live-action Disneys this year, right?
Yeah,
Dumbo, Aladdin,
Lion Boy.
King. What's the other one?
Aladdin.
I just said Aladdin.
uh,
What's the 4th one? I thought there were 4.
Dumbo,
Aladdin. Lion King.
Lion King, and Dumbo.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I want to talk about an anime conspiracy that's related to
All
video
right.
games.
Good.
Okay.
Anime.
So, listeners to the podcast and John
Mhm.
all know that I'm kind of a bit of a big Persona 5 fanboy.
Yeah.
Absolutely, all day long. Love the game. I've got at least 200 hours into it.
I did
including
have
New
a
Game Plus.
question for you about Persona 5.
Yes.
Who was your bae?
Oh, okay. So, in
Toy
my first...
Story. Toy Story. Well, it's not a live
All right.
action, but it's the other big Disney like
I have
sequel thing coming out.
I have 2 answers for this. Because I have my true bae, and then I have...
Who was the
when
one
I
you
pl-
chose?
Okay, when I was playing in the game and just choosing what my answers would have been, not looking up guides, not doing whatever, not going romance routes on purpose,
Yeah.
I went hot for teacher.
Oh, come on.
That's
gross.
And
Wait,
then
no, that's
I
the wrong song.
And then I accidentally romanced on as well.
You 2-timer.
I 2-timed.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, my true choice is the punk rock doc that rocks my socks.
yeah.
Takemi is... Takemi...
I think one of the problems
gets
I
my
have,
girders going.
one of the problems I have with Persona 5 is that like the girlfriends in that game, the 2 you mentioned, the teacher and doctor, are both significantly older than the high school student than you are,
Yes.
to a point where it is creepy.
Yes.
Especially your actual teacher
Yes.
that teaches you classes
And
you can bang.
and knows that you knew about the weirdness that the other teacher did with other kids.
Yeah. For me, it's Ann
Spoiler.
Takamaki all the way.
If I have to pick a Phantom Thief, it's got to be Makoto.
I like Anne. I think I like Anne a lot because the story at the start of that game with her
Yes.
and like her whole like just like her like wanting to like avenge her friend. I don't know, it's just really good. She's
Yeah.
a really cool person. So I like her a lot. But then again, I didn't get that far. I met Makoto, but she hasn't joined the team, or maybe she just joined the team where I'm at.
Probably not.
Not yet.
you
But I've
ha-
met her.
And you haven't met Haru yet, and Haru is just flat, I think, but that's just me.
You don't like her.
No, she's just not well developed in the story.
Yeah, the game does feel extremely early story heavy,
Yes.
if that makes sense, from what I've heard.
I mean, it does keep you enthralled until maybe the last moments.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they've made an animation that goes through the entire story of the game, ish. The actual serialized anime, which ended last October, stops at a point. I'm just gonna say that without saying any spoilers. And then they said, "Hey, we're gonna release a special in January." Now that special called Dark Sun, released in January, kind of continued the story somewhat. And afterwards, they had an announcement saying, "Hey, there's this new thing that's being made. it's coming out for PS4 for sure, and they're codenaming it P4 or P5R, Persona 5R.
Yeah.
And more information is coming in March.
Yeah.
Specifically, that was the same day
Excuse
as
me. It is March currently.
Smarch.
Yeah, I know, we're getting there. That was the same day that another anime special was supposed to come out. Now, I am going to tell you, the animation looks great. If you're ever going to watch the anime, it's paced horribly. You really have to know what. It makes sense if you play the game, but for people who haven't played the game, the anime will not make sense because it's just too fast. It's not paced well. I don't recommend it. Okay. But anyway, the second special called Stars Nars also had that information that they teased in the last announcement. Just that the new game is being called Persona 5 The Royal. It showed some pictures of a different female we didn't see in the story.
Okay.
And that more information is coming out in April. We have an announcement teaser that led to another announcement teaser.
Wow.
We know nothing about it.
I bet that means that they probably had some internal delays and they were hoping to be much farther along at this point.
Yeah, there are people who are thinking, I have been thinking even since the original announcement that Persona 5 might come to the Switch, especially with the announcement of Joker, main character in Smash Brothers.
That Batman fella?
Yes, the Batman fella, except for with a mask. And it doesn't look like Batman at all, or a makeup clown. Anyway, and then there are people who are like, oh, this new person is definitely going to be a female option main character. And other people are like, no, this is going to be a female character important to the story now, but didn't exist in the story before, like Marie was in Persona 4 Golden.
Yeah.
We don't know, and they're just teasing us with bullshit because in April, they're just showing at whatever the new Persona. It's not an animation; they do a concert.
Yeah. So, what is this game going to be, TJ?
I think it's going to be like an enhanced remake, even though it just
like Persona 3 FES,
like Persona 3 FES or Persona 4 Golden. Yeah. Except for Persona 3 Portable. Doesn't have the FES stuff, but has a female main character. There is no ultimate version of Persona 3.
Oh. Can I tell you about Ann Takamaki?
Yes. Tell me about the quarter American Ann Takamaki with blonde hair.
Let me just read from Matt. Can I get the sexy music, please?
Yeah, here you
go. So I'm reading from the fandom.com wiki. Anne has bright blue eyes and wavy platinum blonde hair styled in bushy pigtails with parted side bangs on the right of her face. She accessorizes with a single yellow hair clip above her left ear, as well as small circular earrings on both ears. It is implied she's of mixed ethnicity. Her surname is Japanese, implying partial Japanese descent, although she mentions she used to live in Finland, possibly implying she's of Finnish descent, and her profile mentions she's a quarter American. She's a relatively tall young woman, standing taller than both Haru Okamura and Makoto Najima, who are both a full year older than her. Her winter school uniform is modified to fit her taste. The standard black blazer over a white varsity-style full-zip hooded sweatshirt, worn long to cover most of her short plaid skirt. Her sweatshirt has a red stripe between the two stripes at the bottom, an S symbol near the front bottom on one side, and two green four-leaf clover symbol on the back of the hood. She wears red tights and brown boots with yellow laces. This goes into extensive detail over
that's all
every
just
other
like
outfit she wears.
Physical characteristics of what she's wearing.
Her summer school uniform is a white skirt with a blue jacket wrapped on her waist, making her skirt more visible. She has black socks with white lining and dark brown shoes. Her hairpin is red instead of yellow. She wears a silver necklace. This is very detailed. This page is seriously like 20,000 words. You know, people like this character, I guess, huh? I mean, she's like the main love interest at the start. She's like the first female character you meet
Yes.
that you can romance.
All right.
So-
You want to know what bugs me?
What?
The cat.
Can
What's
you
wrong with
romance the cat like Shane
The
Dawson?
The cat in both the Japanese and the English has a female voice actor.
Yes.
Has a female name.
Morgana.
Has a female code name. Mona.
Yep.
Male.
Yeah. It's a boy.
It's a boy cat.
It's the same thing with Teddy in Persona 4. Although Teddy's a boy, but I think it's a female voice actress.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
There were two different voice actors though for Teddy.
Maybe I'm just thinking of one.
Let's find out.
I think
Bing
you're
is
thinking
slow.
of Tommy Pickles.
Ah, yes, Tommy Pickles.
Is
oh,
it
maybe
E.G.
it was,
Daily?
it was a boy.
Yeah,
must
I
be-
thought it was,
I'm a-
male for all of them.
You're right. I must have been getting confused.
Yeah, it was
I think I'm
Dave
thinking-
Wittenberg and then Sam Riegel.
I think I'm thinking of Morgana, because it is very much a female speaking.
Yeah.
But they do that thing where every Simpsons kid is Nancy Cartwright.
Yeah,
Very
true.
Like they just you get a lady that can do a small boy voice acting. Anyway, you can have more than one romance. It says in Persona 5. Although
yes, you can.
It will eventually come back to bite you later in the
Yes.
story. So
Yes, it will. I've watched it. It's
that's
pretty.
That happened in Persona 4 as well when I was
No,
playing.
Persona 4 makes you feel really bad about
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Persona 5.
To the point
it's
where
a
you
little
where
different.
you stop playing and go back like an hour save because you realize you fucked up. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, Chie every day.
I-
That's all I gotta say.
Chie new voice, not old voice.
I like old voice. Aha! Is this our chance? Her voice acting wasn't perfect, but it was adorable. Anyway.
Her only role. Her only voice acting role.
You got to start somewhere, and sometimes that's where you end too.
I grew up with the new one, including in the anime and the Golden, and all of the spin-offs because I've played them all, including Arena Ultimax, Dancing All Nights. I didn't play Persona Q yet, or the new one, Persona Q2.
Mm-hmm.
But Persona Q2 crosses over all the Persona 3, 4, and 5 characters.
What?
Yeah, Persona Q and Persona Q2 are for the 3DS. They're made by the Etrian Odyssey people. It plays like an Etrian Odyssey game with Persona mechanics.
Mm.
And Persona Q mixes the P3 and P4 cast.
I don't know what that is.
It's first
chibi.
person dungeon crawler.
Oh, okay. First person dungeon crawler. Matt, what'd you bring to the table this week besides the story of Blue?
I played Persona 5. I have an advanced copy because my uncle works at Nintendo.
Persona
And,
5's already out.
Well, no, but it's not on Nintendo.
I played the new one
It's coming out
that
on
we've been
Switch.
talking about because I've been listening a lot. No, I tried to play Elder Scrolls Blades, but apparently you can only play at specific times when they'll send you a push notification.
Boo.
Because they're like in beta now. But let's see, what else do I have?
Well, Matt, I got a story that might be interesting to you.
I got this. What? So it
What's up?
turns out. Oh, hey everybody! This is the Melissaphilia moment. It's a
Yeah, we know.
It's a podcast within a podcast about the most normal fetish of all, bees.
Fucking bees.
I want to fuck bees.
Let's fuck some bees. Turns out we're one step closer to bees you can fuck, because the world's largest bee, which was thought to be extinct, has been found again.
Can I put it up my butt?
Wallace's giant bee is what it's called,
Okay.
but I think it's from China, so that's probably not the local name for it.
China.
China.
Sorry.
All
I
right,
just have
all
to
right,
pronounce it
all
like
right,
our
all right.
president.
Oh, shut up, Bobby McFerrin. Okay. So yeah, this is a giant fucking bee. It's about the size
It's
of my thumb.
enormous. Yeah.
And like there are, I think like a long time ago we talked about the world's largest wasps, and they're like the size of your hand. So it's not quite as big as that, but it's a bee, and it looks like a flying sort of crab that's yellow and black striped. It's got a wingspan of 2.5 inches, and it looks like it could cut your fingertip off with its mandibles.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying here is, where are these giant flowers at?
So where are the bees from?
Where
could I find one of these?
It's in Indonesia on an archipelago called North Malacca.
Okay. Indonesia. Well, make sure not to go there without my bee spray. You know what we could do is just spray a bunch of Roundup there, and then there won't be any bees anymore. That's slander. That's never proven.
Is it? Because they lost a lawsuit.
Cancer. It was human cancer.
Not bee cancer?
Not bee cancer. No, the bee colony collapse disorder has kind of reversed itself a little bit.
That's good. We should start poisoning bees again. We've
Yeah,
got too many bees.
Let's get right back
Look,
to
I've been
it.
saying it. Look, I'm sick of these bees. You don't like getting stung. I don't like getting stung.
All right, Matt, here's a story that might be of interest to you. Short straw. Man with micro penis to divorce and sue wife for telling people she discovered his small manhood on a honeymoon.
I see what you did there. You told everyone about my micro penis.
Oh, man. You know what, though? I kind of feel like micro penis sounds cool because it makes me think of Micro Machines, which were awesome.
Micro Machines.
I fucking loved Micro Machines.
I just love the guy.
Oh, the fucking Micro Machines announcer guy?
Yes.
Dude, if that guy... We need to get that guy on Cameo. Let's just use the app. Can we get... Is he on Cameo? Have you heard of the app Cameo?
No.
No, but I need it now. What is it?
Oh, no. Okay, so I watch a stream channel and I listen to a podcast by some of the people that do that stream channel, the Go Off Kings. They do your Kickstarter sucks. But one thing that their fans will often do is buy them a Cameo and to play on their streams of getting celebrities. So Cameo is an app
I do think
in which
we
you
talked
make
about
celebrities say things.
Yeah,
like
like shitty reality TV stars and stuff.
Can get people to say like white supremacist lingo in these, and then they get caught. But they you can get people to like give like a birthday shout out for like $80 from some like random ass reality
It
show
depends on
celebrity.
the celebrity. Some of these are cheap
Yeah, some are cheap as fuck.
because they're cheap celebrities.
Uh-huh.
Like whoever
So-
the frick Matt Delaney is.
I don't know who that is.
$2.
What?
Yeah, I don't
Dude.
know who she is.
Do you think
Who
we
is?
could get Jim Cummings to say, like, you're listening to Born in the 80s?
Well, take-
Charlie the
take-
Golden, who is a dog, is $20.
Okay, but
There's
that's...
a dog on here.
I mean, there's got to be some
seems
fine
really-
print that,
Can I
like,
get
your
myself-
script is limited.
Can I get myself on Cameo?
Probably. Hey, did you know that John Machida Jr., also known as Motor Mouth John Machida and the Fast Talking Guy, is an American spokesperson, singer, and actor who's best known for his rapid speech delivery. He's appeared in over 100 commercials, such as the Micro Machines commercials. And
Micro
he is
Machines.
still alive.
He's still alive.
Yeah. He's age 64.
So I think it's kind of a fun idea, and like let these celebs get their money. I mean, like,
What
for
was his name
instance-
again? So I could search him up. Cameo?
Mike. Oh, wait, no. That's not. His
Mike.
name's not Mike. It says Micro Machines. John
Micro
Machida
Machines.
Jr. JohnMoschida. And he's in New York.
so
New York.
So yeah, their fans end up picking like really weird, like
Aw.
D tier celebrities to say weird things. So if we could find somebody to give us a shout out.
What?
Any-
Ice-T costs $200.
I know. I wanted to. I was like, I want to get Ice-T. I was like, I could give Lance that as a gift because he's a huge Ice-T.
Not
fan.
only is Chumley from Pawn Stars still alive, he costs $65.
65.
Brett the Hitman Hart, 150.
Oh, that's way better than Ice-T, at least for me.
Yeah.
Sorry, let's not like just spend the entire podcast browsing Cameo. I wonder how much Katie Couric costs.
I'm just
Brett
like,
Favre is $500.
there's so many
200.
people that I don't know on here.
Yep.
What, you don't know Norm Macdonald?
I don't know what this thing in chat is, so I'm just gonna allow it.
I gotta look at it.
Kate Flannery from The Office. Ooh, Corey
Is this
Feldman, only
Wow.
$122.
Andy Dick is only $99, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Riff
that-
Raff is only $75.
It's broken, but that's
Oh, it's Dick's.
it is Dick's.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Well, that's not going to show up on our stream anyway, so he can go nuts.
Go nuts on your dick.
Go nuts
We're
on
talking
your
about
dick.
micro penises. Back to
Yeah.
micro penises.
What? You can get Chris Hansen to do a cameo for $475.
Oh my god, that's expensive.
Well, yeah, but he's got to be in demand, right? Like, just have him call somebody up and say, "Have a seat over here," or "Why did you bring Smirnoff Ice?"
I actually really like looking through this Cameo thing because you can get like an idea of how much some people are worth, basically.
Yeah.
Like, because there's some people who are like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then there's some people that are like really cheap, you know? Like there's some Vine stars here. They're like $20.
Are Vine stars still a thing?
No,
Where are
Because
they
Vine's
now?
gone.
Are they on YouTube?
they're on Cameo now.
They're on TikTok. What is TikTok? I have no idea.
It's kind of the new Vine, but also music.
It's the
Okay.
new Vine, but worse.
But lip
Yes.
syncing.
Yeah, it's just lip syncing videos.
All I know is like some stuff will, like, this is the same way I knew about Vine, right? Like some of the stuff will get gift out and get posted on Reddit, and I just know it because it's got the little like watermark in the bottom corner.
Some of these are just like so. This seems like really fun to waste some money on, actually.
Yeah.
But I would have to find the perfect, like, $40 one that would be recognizable, but also, like,
I've got a lot of
I
the
don't
cast
wanna
of
spe-
Glee.
I don't want to spend any money.
Let's see.
For $30, you can get Ultimate Disc Player Brody Smith.
My question is, why is Billy Zane worth $500?
I don't
Ain't
know.
nobody getting Billy Zane to say anything for $500.
Oh, here's where voiceover Pete ended up. He's $50 now.
Was that the guy who got kicked off of YouTube
Fiverr.
or Fiverr?
Fiverr? Yeah, he's
For-
doing really well for himself now.
Well, I'm glad. I'm good. He was
Yeah.
good at his job. Some of these are so expensive. Like, why would you spend money on some of these things? Like, fucking, how much money is this? $200 fucking dollars to get some fucking reality TV star to say that?
Oh, John, I've got it. For $40, you can get Rebecca Black.
What?
Oh,
Yep.
See, that's the perfect one because that's not so expensive that I feel like I have to buy a car.
No, you have to buy the. Oh, we'll take up a collection,
No,
listeners.
20,
If you want us to
$25
get Rebecca Black to do record an intro for our
Stop.
podcast, go to
You need to get $25
patreon.com.
more. $25 more.
For who?
And get Bam Margera.
Okay.
oh,
Like somebody give Bam the adrenaline shot so he can wake up for 5 minutes to record this.
there's a bunch of cheap ones. It's
Uh-huh.
all the Cameo dev team.
Really?
Yeah, $4, $5, $1 free.
Ooh, free? I want that
Yeah.
one.
Talent relations. The chief operating officer is free.
Wow. Huh? The Harry Potter section is probably the saddest.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now.
It's
There's like Tom Felton and then a bunch of people I've never heard of.
It's a bunch of random people that were like in the background of like stuff. Like, oh my god.
I think that Stan Yanevsky was like the dude from the Russian school, like the star athlete for those whatever games.
the one that Hermione gave a hand job to.
Yeah, the handy games.
I don't know. The way he's smiling though, he kind of looks like Woods, who was the head of the Gryffindor the Gryffindor Quidditch before when Harry was first year.
Oh, possibly.
Yeah, he looks just like Woods.
Yeah, that's because I think out of all of these, the only one who is still acting professionally is Tom Felton.
Yeah.
I'm
And
surprised
he
that
has
he's
done
on there, honestly.
a bunch of videos, and people have spent $444 for him.
No, wait, hang on. No, Sean Biggerstaff is Woods.
Yeah, that's what.
That face is definitely there.
Yeah,
Also,
no, yeah,
what-
Stan
He's
Yanevsky
probably
is
Crumb,
Victor
yeah.
Crumb.
All
yeah.
right, guys, we're
Look,
getting towards
you
the end
can
of the
wait. You
cast
can
here.
see how much people have paid.
Yeah,
Where,
let's get.
where do I
let's
see
get-
this? I want to
let's
see
get-
this.
Stop.
I want to judge how much these people are worth.
Speaking of Sean Biggerstaff, let's talk about a smaller staff in the micro penis story that I brought up.
Oh yeah, that was a while ago.
A 27-year-old woman revealed her husband had seen the post that she had put on online social media, I believe on Reddit, stating that her husband had a micropenis. So let's read the thing here. Here's the Reddit. Here's the Reddit thing. AITA. What does that mean, TJ?
AITA?
AITA.
I have
Anyway.
no idea.
Newlywed husband, 32 male, wanted to wait till marriage for sex, and then just surprised me, 27F, with a micro penis on the honeymoon.
Oh, I got it. You ready?
Yep.
Am I the asshole?
Okay. Yes, you are, lady. So we only dated for 6 months. We've been engaged for another 6, and just got married on Saturday. So 1 year. I don't know if that's long enough. I literally just got back from my honeymoon a couple hours ago. I like how she says, I literally just got back from my honeymoon, not our honeymoon, a couple hours ago. My husband isn't a religious guy. He just says he's old-fashioned like that. So we got close to fooling around a couple times, but it never went far. She literally never saw his dick before they got married. I tried, but he always stopped after it went too far. This guy was like, I gotta get her, I gotta hook her in before she finds out my secret. I like also on this article all of the ridiculous stock photos of like tiny penis related gags, like visual gags.
It's like
Anyway.
cocktail weenies and stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, fast forward to now. Am I the asshole? There it is. For reading into this being upset that I waited until my wedding night to find out that he probably isn't as old-fashioned as he says he is. I'm not going to shame him. Too late. And honestly, I don't even know how I'll broach the topic. I'm not seeking advice. I honestly acted like nothing was out of the ordinary and went to town with him, but I don't know. I kind of feel lied to, like a half-truth or something was intentionally withheld from me. This is unexpected, to say the least. And if you read this far, thanks for your time. She has a good point there, too. Because, like, maybe he should have said something if he knew.
I don't know.
You know what
I think
I mean?
you should definitely not marry somebody you've never seen naked.
Yeah, I think that needs to be a law. I feel like in olden times, didn't they used to do that? Like, have the like, lady get inspected nude by, like, the fucking
I
family.
think
and
so.
be like,
Well, if you're gonna like
ain't nothing
marry
wrong with that
royalty or
one.
something,
Yeah. You gotta make sure that dowry's going to a good use. You know, she got to be able to get pregnant. You know what I mean? I bet that happened. They had to,
I think so.
especially with like the ability for them to get pregnant. Like she's still got all of her parts, right? Like there's no. It's like me buying a used car.
Kick the
Yeah,
tires.
make sure
a little
everything's
bit.
working. You know, kick the tires around. But yeah, I think my first thing to say is don't post on Reddit about your son's or your husband's penis size.
Well,
That's,
like,
probably number
how
one.
did he know? How did he know it was
Probably
her?
because they've been together, and she has her Reddit account that he knows the fucking name of.
You always got to make an alt.
Throwaways, yep.
It's a rookie mistake. Make it throwaway.
You gotta have a burner account. You can't be like
Yeah, and you have to also like just intentionally obscure the details a little bit. Like say your honeymoon was a month ago. Boom. Tracks covered.
You can't be like, wow. There's lots of adult stars on this too, huh? But it can't. Sorry, I've been distracted.
I left a present for you in the Discord.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh no. But anyway, what was I even saying? I got completely fucking thrown off by a search that I did while I was looking up someone. Anyway, all I'm saying is you gotta let everybody know what's going on, huh? You just gotta be like, here's my wang. It's not weird. That's it.
Or it is.
Or
Like,
it
okay,
is. You know.
Look, I'm going to show you this, and either you're cool with it or not, but I feel like you should know.
How do you sign up to be on Cameo? That's what I want to know.
There's a link up at
sign
the
up as
top.
talent. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So we could we even do this?
Can we sign up
Or-
as a podcast?
Do
As
you have to get
together?
vetted? I think you have to get vetted, probably. Right? Because
I'd
I
imagine
mean,
so.
it seems like they let absolutely.
Where are you
everyone
seeing
on.
the porn stars on this? What's the category called? Because I tried looking.
So I think it's a hidden category because I just searched a name and then a bunch of random things came
Oh,
up.
it's
And
not on the
one
front
of the
page.
categories was adult. Adult film stars 112. So it's just a wow, some of these are cheap. $6. I don't even know who that person is, but you know. I don't know
Sure
any
you
of
don't.
These. I don't know how any of these people
Ooh,
are,
there's
to be
18
honest.
magicians.
18 magicians. Wow, these porn stars are extremely cheap.
Oh, you can get famed scammer Uri Geller for $35.
I mean, these are like $30. That's probably the base going rate for porn stars on this.
Why would, like... Look, if you're going to pay a porn star for something, I don't think this
Well,
would be...
So interesting point to bring up here about porn stars and buying personalized videos. That's like what they do now to make money.
Yeah.
Most porn stars is most of their revenue comes from requested personal videos.
Commission videos, yeah.
Yeah, commission videos.
And I've heard a lot, like, this is just something I've heard, that a lot of them will sell panties.
Yeah.
It's just, something,
sure.
I've heard it from, like, a friend of a friend.
Yeah. Yeah, Matt, you might want to check behind you there on the floor. Just slide it under the... Yeah. We can see your collection.
Yeah.
Some of these are expensive, but I would say a lot of these are really cheap. So there you go. Ron Jeremy, though. Matt, did you see his already? I
No.
want to guess.
Ron Jeremy.
Come on.
I did, so I'm not going to participate in this one.
All right, Matt.
I'm going to say $200.
You're right on the fucking nail
Really?
on the head.
I'm really
200
good at
is-
this game.
200 are just like, you just know the worth of porn stars.
Well, it's just, I know, like, for the people who I know who they are, I'm assuming that this is, like, a self-named price, and I'm kind of assuming what they think they're worth.
It is. It really is, I think. But I want to give this the final say before we finish the podcast. I'm going to shame on every single one of these porn stars that didn't do the right thing. I'm going to give points here to Johnny Sins, who you may know as that really gross bald guy that's in everything. $69. How does not all of them have that? Like, come on. That makes sense. $69.
Nice.
I'm sorry, Johnny Sins. You're not gross. I just, it's porn, so I went for the easy joke. There's this man called Candy Ken. I don't know who that is, but he's very ripped, and he's also $69. So,
Nice.
yeah. But they're the only two porn stars for $69. So,
I don't see...
feel like-
Where's the price on the... Oh, I see it. So Ariel Rebel is $25.
yeah. I don't know who Tori Suicide is, but she's only $6.
Oh, probably one of them suicide girls.
Probably. Oh, yeah, I guess that would make sense. Fucking A, dude. I could look at this for hours. Like, the worst part about it is that, like, it's, like, literally, like, this hits the, like, Schadenfreude, like, button for me so well because, like, you can tell a lot of these people, like, this is part of their income, is doing stuff like this. Like, and just imagining, like, you think you have it rough working a job, and some of these people, like these family vloggers or whatnot, Sam and Nia, whoever the fuck these family vloggers are, have their, like, YouTube channel and they're making money. But, like, literally to get, like, put food on the table, they have to, like, listen to what assholes request for them to fucking say in a video. and get paid $10 for it. Like, what is that? I wouldn't even
I would
do
love
this.
that.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't even do this for like a lot of money. But actually I wouldn't do this for any money. I would do it for, hey, my kid has cancer. Can you say something? I'll do it for free. I just wouldn't do this, But as a podcast, I absolutely would do this as a gag because I feel like we could get some exposure because people will be searching the site and be like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah,
maybe someone will pay $5 for us to say some garbage. But other than that, so I think that what you really want to look up is lifestyle because that is just people that are like Instagram influencers, I think.
Good.
Ooh, comedians.
There's a lot of musicians that I have never heard of.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of people on here, people you haven't heard of.
Can you sort? Like, I want to sort by lowest cost.
Oh, Pauly Shore.
All right.
Matt. Pauly Shore. Give me a number.
Like $75.
TJ, high low.
Higher. 85.
$150.
Really?
Holy wow.
Yeah, man, he's got some self-respect. I would rather pay Norm Macdonald $150 because he is way better.
Let's see. Actors, sorting price, low to high.
We have to end this podcast. We've been going for like 4 straight hours.
There are people that are on here for $1.
Yeah, that's us in the future.
Yep.
I like the sorting in this is insane because like there's just all this like trash and then there's like Jeff Ross who's like a real like famous stand-up comedian.
The recommended sorting doesn't make any sense.
Like some of these are just garbage. Maybe is it recommended based on like what you clicked, you think?
I doubt it's that sophisticated. I think it's probably some balance between who's been popular and they probably also have like a pay $5 to boost your like positioning thing.
Oh, you're right. But like the problem with that is that I feel like a service for this is literally people need to know you before they look at this. Because I'm not going to be like, if I've never heard of you, I'm not going to like, it's not going to matter if you got pushed up to the top. You know what I mean? But like, if I have like basically heard of you in something else, I'm like, oh my God, look at the HQ trivia host, $20. There you go, man.
What?
I'll get that for you. Not the main
Is that
host.
its own category?
No, it's some random ass other guy. It's under comedians.
I haven't played HQ in forever.
I gave up. It's too hard.
It's just not worth it.
I think the
It's
problem
just
I
like
have,
40-cent payouts and stuff.
my favorite about this are some of these comedians that put theirs at 1,000 that I've never heard of. I feel like it's just as a joke, to like see if someone will pay him $1,000, which leaves me to believe that these people have not done many of these.
Ooh, Tom Arnold.
Oh, how much is Tom Arnold? Let me guess.
I don't know.
I'm
How
gonna
much
say
is Tom Arnold?
$75.
$250.
$100.
Woo! That was close. $100 seems like pretty common here for a lot of these regular ass comedians.
Yeah.
Actually, it seems like sorting price high to low seems to be the way to go. Because you get past the people that want like $400 and you get down to like the 50s, and then you see some basic people that you can afford and understand.
Some basic
This is
bitches.
so gross. This is like, it's so gross. but
What?
I can't stop looking at it.
It's just literally giving a dollar value to humans. What's gross about that?
But like, oh, I could get Bruce. I need to get Bruce Valanche to give Adam a shout out.
How much is okay? Bruce Valanche is probably $100.
TJ, high low.
Lower. I think it's 80.
Nope, it's 50.
Whoa. Yeah, you got to
That's
do
why
that.
I said I could do it.
You got to do that for Adam's birthday.
Oh, he looks so bad now. his little picture is a little bit nicer than the way he decides to dress up for those cameos. I feel like it's a pretty problem.
Yeah.
But I always say Perez Hilton, if you do him. That was one that I saw on that stream. He went all out. That guy fucking performed it. Like, he was, like, running around his hotel room and, like, chatting. It's like, so you get your $30 worth with him. I like it, though. I feel like this is a fun thing, but also it's deeply sad in a way. Especially if I'm going to come down here to some of these, like, $20 people and they have, like, nobody has used them.
Yeah.
Like, because there's, like, no way. Like, Instagram comedian.
The ones that you click on their profile and they don't even have example videos of ones they've done.
Oh, this one has example videos, so I guess people have heard of that person.
We got to end the podcast so I could just look at this all night.
I know. I've been wanting to... this is going to be hell to edit, because this is like 7 hours of us just literally not talking and browsing.
You edit these?
Yeah, I have to now.
Cool. Well, let's keep going then.
I feel like you could make a lot of money on this, actually, if you put yourself as like $50 or like $20 and you had like a gimmick, if that makes sense.
I feel like the people that
Like
probably
if you
make the
dressed up in a
most are
weird
like
costume.
actually voice actors. But then it's probably like, no, I can't do that character because somebody else owns the intellectual property.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm sure they can do the voice. They just can't read the script, if that makes sense. Because like,
Unless if you buy enough of these to get a professional voice actor to slowly over time read an entire script.
I feel like Phil Lamar for $50 is a pretty dang good get. Also, Mindy Cohn's only $50. Natalie from Facts of Life, anybody?
Oh, I found the HQ guy. It's Matt Richards.
We have to end this. Oh, wait, I'm going to guess what he is. 75.
TJ?
Oh, sorry, I completely spaced out. Who is this?
HQ
We have
host.
to end the podcast.
HQ host Matt Richards. Higher or lower
45.
than 75?
It's lower. It's 45.
It's $20.
$20. I will say that the voice acting like section is extremely low. And also, I could get Maurice LaMarche to do a voice for $40.
I want Nancy Cartwright.
Fucking Maurice LaMarche. Fucking Pinky from Pinky and the Brain. Like,
E.G. Daily.
so many incredible shows.
E.G. Daily was actually at C2E2. I didn't see her.
So, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Tommy Pickles, one of the Powerpuff Girls.
She was
Oh.
a pop star in the 80s, right?
Really?
So,
Elizabeth Daly, yeah.
Wow. So if you want
so
to
anyways,
get some
TJ went
venture
to C2E2.
capitalists-
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, you
No.
want to talk about that?
We'll do it later.
Why didn't we talk about that, TJ?
Because it's been so long since we recorded that I forgot about it, and I forgot to
Fucking
prompt
goddamn
him
it.
for it.
I can't release this episode. It's too bad.
No, it's so good.
It isn't. We spent like the entire time looking at things and not talking.
So cameo.app/born
All right.
in the 80s.
So let's record another
can-
episode tomorrow. The one that we can actually release.
Nope. You're stuck with this one.
I don't think we can be stuck with this one.
Come,
We
come
want
watch.
people to keep listening to the show.
And you can find me at matthigmusic.com.
Twitch.tv/May of May. You can watch me stream the horrible Game Boy port of Super Off-Road.
And John_Danger at Twitter.
Yeah, that's right. John_Danger. You can find me on TikTok where I will give you a shout out.
You can
So I'm a
find John
TikTok
on
star.
cameo.com
I'm a TikTok star.
/C/podcasters.
I will say that TikTok is like Vine, but infinitely worse.
Yeah, well, we're,
like if you
we're
took the
devolving
worst-
as a species. So.
If you took the
Makes
worst
sense.
Vines, that would be what TikTok is.
You just watch Neverthink. It's like a stream of vines. And then you
I
slowly
do like Vines.
sink
Just watch
into the abyss.
Just watch old Vines because they're better than anything.
just watch
garbage
Vine
on TikTok
compilations
is.
on YouTube. All right, I'm going to put a bowl in this show.
Have you seen that?
Goodbye,
one
everyone.
TikTok where there's like. I'm gonna shut my door.
Do it. Shut your fucking door.
so that we don't hear whatever the fuck my wife's doing out in the living room. Let's get started. Let's just start the podcast. I think we're
Welcome
ready.
to the podcast.